Muncheng is an electrical engineer and academic administrator who is now serving as the current and 13th president of Purdue University. He is the youngest president of a top 50 American university in recent history, taking office at the age of 45. He's also an inventor, an entrepreneur, an innovator with 25 U.S. patents, and attended Princeton and Stanford, correct? So, and now president of Purdue. So, great to have you here.
Great to be here. Thank you so much, Jane.
So you've been with Purdue, I guess, about a year and a half.
In this current job, yes,
okay.
But actually for 7 years.
So you were the chair
I was
of
the dean of the engineering college.
School. Okay. Yes. What's your mission? Like when you took over the president's position, were you like, here's where I want to take Purdue in the future?
Yeah, well, thank you, Jane, first of all, for highlighting my youth and inexperience. But I assure you that this job is aging me real fast.
I'm sure.
Well, you know, my hope and our hope for this most consequential public higher education institution called Purdue is excellence at scale. We have about 55,000 students, and we are ranked very highly, but we're also highly impactful, highly consequential.
So Purdue has a lot of innovative things going on. I'm a Purdue grad, so I go back every few years. There's the Dell partnership. I know you just announced something with Gina Raimondo with semiconductors.
Yes.
What are all the things that you've got exciting going on right now?
Well, there's a lot of exciting things. First of all, I used to be an engineer. Now I just focus on watching basketball games. And that is exciting, by the way. And swimming and diving is exciting here in Indianapolis right now. But you highlighted a couple of interesting, among many exciting things happening. One is, yes, we have a esports lounge, I think the most unique and largest on university campus in partnership with Dell now. And also, yes, back in April this year, SK Hynix announced a $4 billion investment at Purdue to build their next generation chip advanced packaging facility. And that is unique in 3 ways. First, it is about advanced packaging, which fills the missing gap here in the resilient supply chain onshoring to the United States. Second, it is making a product that is the high bandwidth memory for AI applications. And third, I think it is the largest investment of its kind at any American university campus. This is going to be happening right on Purdue Research Park.
Now, is that part of the CHIPS Act?
Well, this is SK Hynix, the leading company in memory for AI space, their decision. Although I understand that they also would like to participate in the Chips and Science Act.
Yeah, well, I know that was kind of the whole point of it, is to bring the onshoring of chips here because they're so crucial to the future.
Oh, absolutely. The chips are the foundation of all digital economy, and it's the foundation of national security and economic security.
Absolutely. I mean, it feels like there may be wars over chips at some point, so it's good to have that production and manufacturing going on.
And you need a workforce, by the way. You need innovation, so that you can rewrite the economic equation constantly. And Secretary Gina Raimondo has been a fantastic leader for the country in fulfilling the promises of what CHIPS Act can do for our country.
Now, did the curriculum change as a result of that?
Okay, so
what are you doing there?
So Purdue, starting a little over 2 years ago, launched a comprehensive semiconductor degrees program. And now we're educating at undergrad level, at graduate level, partnering with Ivy Tech at associate community college level, because the most critical supply chain of all is that of human talents.
Yeah. And the business school is doing a lot of exciting things too. Explain what's going on there.
Indeed. And now Purdue has rebranded last year and relaunched a new business school. It's called the Mitchell E. Daniels Jr. School of Business, in short, Daniels School of Business. So it's named after my great predecessor, Mitch Daniels, former governor of Indiana, recognition of the Daniels decade at Purdue. And we recruited Dr. Jim Bullard as the inaugural dean of the Daniels School of Business. And as you know, that Dr. Bullard, for 15 years, until being recruited to Purdue last summer, is the longest serving president of a Federal Reserve Bank in St. Louis. And then he recruited many other outstanding talents. It's all about talents, including David Malpass as a distinguished visiting fellow.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's another great
And David,
recruit.
of course, was the president of World Bank Group for 4 years. Well, we believe that the Daniel School of Business is going to be a leading business school in the age of AI for training many excellence at scale, many outstanding leaders in a tech-driven free market economy.
Yeah. Let's talk about just education in general. I am a parent of teenagers.
Congratulations.
So thank you. We got this far, right? So, we look at all the options, the cost, what's going on. How do you you have a lot of different constituencies as a president of a major university. You've got the parents and the students and the alumni, and how do you balance all of that? Free speech has been an issue, and also keep the costs under control. Mitch Daniels was very good about that.
Absolutely.
Do you plan to keep doing that as well?
Well, indeed. Mitch started the tuition freeze movement in the country, and now Purdue has announced 13 years in a row of frozen tuition. Now, it doesn't mean we don't invest. In fact, just last year alone, looking at the renovation construction projects on campus that are completing or starting, $1.3 billion of cash was invested to upgrade our places for our people and programs. We continue to recruit outstanding colleagues, and we continue to launch important consequential initiatives. But there is a way for you to be able to keep it affordable to American students and parents. And we're very proud of our core mission as a public land-grant institution to provide that uplifting power of public education at affordable price to as many students as we can.
No, so important. I mean, it really is, because education is transformational for people, and to be able to make that affordable is so important. Now, Purdue Indianapolis.
Yes.
So that's a new thing. So you split off from IUPUI and launched the Purdue campus in Indianapolis. So what's kind of the goal with that?
Well, Jane, this is very exciting, not only for Boilermakers, but I believe for all the business communities in Indianapolis, in central Indiana. And in fact, in just 2 weeks' time, Purdue University Indianapolis will be officially launched. Now, this is not a regional university. This is an integral part of our main West Lafayette campus. Think of it as the southern tip of America's hardtack corridor stretching between West Lafayette and Indianapolis. And Indianapolis is having a good year this year. A lot of great events, including the sun and the moon lining up. Total solar eclipse on the same day that Purdue men's basketball was in the national championship game.
Right.
That was a good day for Boilermakers. Now, what we say is this is the totality of Purdue to the totality of Indianapolis. We're bringing all degrees and programs that Purdue has to offer to multiple locations in the city of Indianapolis with the goal of creating jobs, talents, and innovation in Indianapolis and along the hardtack corridor. And this is Purdue's first ever comprehensive urban campus.
Now, you mentioned the basketball team. So what an exciting year. Made it to the final game. Have you noticed more, I noticed in New York, more people talking to me about Purdue.
Yes.
And I had a friend even buy me a bottle of champagne because Purdue did so well. Have you noticed
I like your friend.
Yeah, me too. So how did that help for Purdue's kind of name brand?
Well, it is absolutely exciting. Not only because of winning, this is the winning season in our program history. And last time we went into the national championship game, that was 1969, when a Boilermaker named Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. So it's been a while. We're very excited, however, also because of the way that we compete and win. Look at our athletic director, look at our coach, look at our staff and our student athletes. They are still students. They study. In fact, I asked them in April to host a big party to thank them and congratulate and celebrate. You know the response I got back from the student athletes?
They had to study for finals.
They said, Mr. President, we have to catch up in our homework, in our lab reports, and get ready for the final examinations.
Wow.
People love college athletics in part, I think, because they look at the TV and they say, you know what? These are still students. And for Purdue, for Boilermakers, our student athletes are both outstanding athletes and outstanding students.
Yeah, now I remember in college, there were some basketball players in some of my classes. So they're definitely still students. So finally, what plans do you have, say, for the fall of 2024? What's kind of your goal going forward?
Yeah, well, we have a new college, the Daniel School of Business. We have a new campus, our first urban campus in Indianapolis. We had launched the Purdue Compute Initiative, including physical AI and semiconductor and computing. And of course, SK Hynix, it was at that moment the largest single economic development deal creating jobs in the state of Indiana. And now we just launched a fourth one. It's called One Health. Human health, animal health, plant, and environmental health working together, because we need them to work with each other. And Purdue is uniquely positioned with our strength across all of them. And now we're working with corporate partners, including Elanco, Eli Lilly, and many other companies, large and small. So if you zoom out and look at a map of our country, and here in the Midwest, in the Silicon Heartland, you see this stretch of 65-mile long corridor with Lebanon Leap District in the middle, with Eli Lilly's big investments, and Purdue is part of their pharmaceutical manufacturing training facility. Southern part, it is Indianapolis. Northern part, it is West Lafayette. And this 65-mile long America's Hard Tech Corridor is all about creating jobs, talents, innovation at the same time. And it's an economic engine. Yeah. And it's going to be focusing on semiconductors, digital ag, pharmaceutical manufacturing, transportation, logistics, autonomy. This is exciting time for all the Purdue students. Excellence at scale, not a bad year.
And for the alumni too. Very exciting to see this happening.
Alumni such as you.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Chang, for coming in.
Well, good to be here.